Global Unified Breathing. And if you'd like to get in touch with me after the show, go to Global Unified Breathing at gmail.com, or also Soul Awakening Project at AOL.com or soulawakeningproject.com. There is a contact page on both of those sites, and more information. Global Unified Breathing is all about unifying through the breath, creating a mass breathing day where we use that energy with focus in our breath directly connected to source energy, and putting out that energy as a stream to help and heal and raise the frequency of our beloved earth. So today, the name of this show is Birthing the Divine Human with Mother. And what that means is the divine human is what we are all changing into, whether we understand any of that language or not. It's happening to us. And so this week, I normally think about the things and the clients that I've seen this week and what is going on in their life and how can I help. And maybe there's other people that are also going through the same thing. So before we get into that information, though, I would like if you would participate with me in allowing me to just say an invocation, which brings all of our energy together. And take a deep breath and release in the full power and authority of the beloved presence of God, I am. We now ask for divine order in all our homes, family, business affairs, and all governments on earth. We ask for all the sons and daughters to awaken to divine will and unify and receive the full power of protection that can only come from the omnipresence, all that is. With deep gratitude and love, we acknowledge it is. And thank you for you participated in that. So, birthing the divine human with mother. So there was a few questions, and what I'm always thinking about is how I can assist and help with breath work to release some of the stresses that some of us are going through. So the breath as a tool for change, release, transformation, evolution, all these things that take us out of living a life that we feel stressful. And right now on the planet, there's a lot of valid reasons for people to feel the way they feel. But there's also some very valid energy that's here right now for you to utilize with your own breath to release and decompress. It's really important that we don't get stuck. So learning how to breathe is, of course, one of the main things that we can do. And more than ever now, and you might be aware of some of these things that are happening, concerns and fears that people are having right now. So the question is are you concerned with things that you're viewing and seeing in the outside world? Have you had any sudden and unexpected losses? Have you had any health challenges? Any financial challenges? And difficulty with memory, motivation, and thinking? Frequent upsets within relationships? Confusion about what to do? Whereas maybe before it seemed a lot easier to make a decision and move into action. Does life feel unpredictable? So I'm not going to tell you why these things are happening. There's many people and many versions of ideas, opinions, and energetic reasons why it's happening. But we are being birthed into a new reality. And it's quite clear, the more surrendered in a higher state of divine will and grace, the easier it is. The more that you look behind and back, the harder it is, because going back isn't an option. The opportunity to grow is here. So if you think about all these things that are maybe angsting you within your week, maybe you're actually, the lesson could be that you're being taught how to be grateful for this now here moment and what is available to you right in the moment. Not only within yourself, but the people that are present around you, the job that you do have that possibly pays your bills, who and what are right now. So the breath is one tool that keeps our energy focused in the present moment. Because if we're thinking about, how am I breathing? I'm observing, but I'm not attached to what's going on outside of me. I'm just observing, because my breath will move the energy, that frequency, and it will continue to move it. So we're not feeling stuck. So if we learn to breathe consciously, which is what I hope to teach everyone, conscious breath makes the stressors of our life they impact us less. Sometimes things do get stuck, and we have to, if we have a tool like our breath, it's possible then for us to move on. So right now, learning that our unconscious thoughts influence our life much more than our conscious choices and thoughts and beliefs. But how do we know what I'm thinking unconsciously was my question in the beginning. And I realized that that is what breath work is. One of the most powerful things about breath work is that it opens up that avenue. And if you recall, in one of the other shows, I was talking about, first, we have access of expansion through the breath to understand, observe, feel, and become aware of patterns in the unconscious mind that have implemented themselves into the outer world. And some of those sometimes are not good ones, and we've never really known how to change that. Well, energetically, we can release these things through our breath. We get to explore also these thoughts and choose what works and what doesn't. But then moving further into the power of the breath, it's totally possible to tap into the superconscious mind, which is the connection with source. And like I was telling you before, since we as a planet and all of humanity are receiving direct impulse from the center of our galaxy, opens us up internally, expands our energy through our breath, and brings us into a state of knowing, divine will. It's a surrender of, aha, so that's what's going on. It's kind of like, it's gold. And we get to use these ideas when they're brought to us, which is the beauty of it, that we get to see what's ruling our lives. We might not even realize the undercurrent theme that's running through our life. it's really important when we tap into this level of breath work that we get to see and experience those belief systems that we've been carrying with us that are actually keeping us stuck. They're very strong. Now remember, our words create our reality. Thoughts are things. Some of these are very strong in us. And if we don't like the fact that this is what's happening to us, then we need to release this energy. And right now it's easier than ever. But if we don't know what we're releasing, we could just be breathing, and it's almost like we're moving around instead of moving out and expanding into a higher level of thinking. So with every breath that we take, we can be a positive influence. And with the thoughts that we think and the words that we speak, we can be life transforming for ourselves. And what kind of outcome are we actually wanting with the thoughts that you're having? What are you wanting with them? What are your thoughts? Do they align with the higher realms? If they don't, then struggle is in your life. Or there's some work to do, which is the beauty of breath work. It directly identifies what thought you're placing in front of yourself that's not allowing you to move out from where you are. Most are not aligned to the grand rhythm of the universe. There is a universal rhythm that is God's divine will. And right now, the purging that's happening on our planet is asking us to participate in birthing the divine human, which is you. Now, maybe you've never heard this before, but from my heart to yours, it's true. And I would really love for you to have that experience. Remember that the light of God is infinite and more powerful than any fear-based thinking, any miscreation by those that are unawakened. And the more we allow ourselves to expand, the more, just maybe, something awakens in someone else. So as we breathe to unify our hearts and affect change, every person's effort on behalf of you and me and every group and organization striving on the planet to bring about activity of light, adding to the light of this world. This is what it's all about. Our response to some of these outward moments of discord, those that take our breath away, that shock us, that trigger something inside of us, we're being asked at that moment to step forward and remember, is what I like to say, because that's what it felt like. I was remembering. It is a trigger to remember what some of us came here to do and how we serve as sons and daughters of God, individually and collectively, no matter what we experience. And for a millennia, our mighty I Am presence has guided us to strengthen through these things, to prepare. So no matter what we see, what experience, it only strengthens our resolve with every response to Mother Nature's purging process. We are able to stay focused on the light of God only. All of this is made clearer and easier if we are in an expansive state of being, where we are experiencing higher states of consciousness and unifying with these energies. We have clarity beyond this dimension, and we see and acquire a knowing. For some, it's a vast, and some experience as the speed of light. They are transformed. We are all individual sparks playing in this divine role. And we came here at this time to do what we said we would do. Your breath is the quickening catalyst to open, expand, seeing and sensing the higher realms that you are connected to and always have been. Be the light that you are looking for. Now, let's breathe. And mother is the mother's breath. The mother's breath is a 7-1 count. So on the inhale, we're going to breathe in on the count of 7, hold on the count of 1, exhale on the count of 7, hold on the count of 1. So it's 7, 1, 7, 1. You should not participate in this breathwork session right now, which is very quick. If you have it's advised any history of cardiovascular disease, including angina and heart attacks, high blood pressure, glaucoma, retinal detachment, osteoporosis, and recent surgeries or injuries. So take a moment, please, to get comfortable. And I've made a recording that I'm going to be playing and breathing to, and I hope you can hear it. It's to guide us in the 7-1-7-1. It might feel a little strange at first, but this rhythm is based on greater cosmic laws of the universe, the law of octaves. So keep breathing. The inhale is a 7, hold, release. I hope you can hear the breathing in the background. Close your eyes and focus on the breath. Breathing into the solar plexus for this technique. Feeling the expansion of it. Keep breathing. Close your eyes and focus. Inhale on 7, hold 1. Exhale on 7, hold 1. Inhaling on 7, hold 1. Exhaling. The speed doesn't matter, it's the count that matters, the octave that matters. For a while it might feel difficult, but just stay with it. The harmony is the pulse of the universe. Keep going a little bit longer, energizing your body, pulling in, creating the mother's breath, creates a cauldron, likened to the cauldron used in alchemy. The center of the cauldron is where the gold is, in the solar plexus. I'm going to open the chat up in a minute, but just keep breathing. Thank you, Susan. A few more minutes, just keep going. Remember the gold within the solar plexus. The energy expanding, really being present to the breath. Just be present to the breath. Breathing is good. Breathing releases all that tension and stress, negative thoughts, any discordant energy within the body. Let your breath just take it right out of you. Keep breathing. I hope for those of you that are participating in breath itself are releasing and allowing the breath to expand you. Breathing in, on the inhale, we can envision earth, energy, magnetic energy, color, vibration. We can envision from the mineral kingdom, the vegetable kingdom. What do we want to breathe in? It's possible to breathe in all directions at once into the central point of the solar plexus. This should be a joyous experience, awakening the wonder and the glory of being alive. On the out breath, moving our attention from the solar plexus, moving out from the center of the chest, let it move out, visualizing our out breath as radiating light from God's creation out towards all of creation, from all of us to all of us. This is the lighthouse that you are, breathing this way. So if you participated in the breathing, I really appreciate it. I honor and really appreciate the fact that if you've never heard of the mother's breath, that you breathed with me today. It's a very powerful, it's not easy. I understand that. Sometimes it takes a lot of practice just to get used to focusing on our breath. But repeating this on your own is a good idea, maybe when you're getting in bed at night and you're just allowing yourself to focus on the 7-1 until you fall asleep. Yes, the breath is very powerful and enlightening, loving. Yes, we love the mother's breath so much. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Yes. The expansive energy allows us, remember, this is global unified breathing, and we are intentionally affecting change through our breath. That is the goal. That is what the goal of this is. I believe this is why the idea kind of streamed through me. And now here we are, participating in this, releasing stress at the end of the day with the mother's breath is really a good way to be able to fall asleep and just relax. So if you have any comments or anything you'd like to say, the chat is open. I appreciate any input, comments, concerns, but I really love breathing, and I really enjoy the fact that I'm here sharing my passion with you today. So before we sign off, I just want you to be aware that if you're going to practice any kind of breathing and you haven't done private sessions, go over to globalunifiedbreathing.com, and on the membership page, there is a link to be able to book a session with me privately on Zoom, which is very powerful because, as you can see, we can do just about anything through these technological advances that we have right now to help bring ease and joy into your life and to release those things that might be coming up through the breath, where we're feeling like our breath is getting taken away, or we feel that shift of the breath. Those are moments where our body and our breath are telling us it's gold, what's going on. So I want to thank you for joining me today. globalunifiedbreathing.com, or email me at globalunifiedbreathing@gmail.com, or also Soul Awakening Project at AOL.com. There's a contact page on that website also, and I would love to hear comments from anybody. I appreciate all of you being here today. The breath is quite a powerful tool. It is the light of God that never fails. Namaste, everyone.